What it means when we say S-curve. This is Delaware, so if you're coming north on Delaware, it looks like you should be coming straight towards the camera, but that's where this curve happens around the historic building, going a little bit to the right. And to show you my trick that Nick has taught me, which is to belay down. So, you have to really trust your gear, and then... I am signing up for the tree climbing competition. If all I have to do is go down, I can do that.
Meredith, you could have used this step stool.
There's a lot to take in. It's been a busy 24 hours, especially for those lawmakers who read the full complaint.
Owner of Groomsville Popcorn, and we have been working on this trick just to show everyone. Ready? Oh, okay, one more try. See? This is TV, people.
Yeah, it doesn't just ban texting and driving. It bans anything on your phone while you're driving. It's called the hands-free driving law, and it's just awaiting one signature.
Movie stars or someone maybe not known for their basketball.
Oh, man, you know, Snoop can play.
Okay.
The Game can play.
Okay.
Jaleel White, you know, if y'all remember him as Urkel, he can play too.
Really?
Yeah, he can actually play. So it's some dudes that you'll be surprised. Kevin Hart can play.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, he's about like, you know, 2 feet tall, but he can shoot. So.
Weedman of Paoli. Hello, Ziggy. I know you're excited to share. Can you get down, though? I'm so sorry. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Okay, sorry.
He makes these rings by hand. He feels for them. And take a look at what they actually are. I know you probably can't tell when it's on the thing, but check this out. They're animals, so he's carving them as animals, and I'm wearing some of the art right now. But it is a big deal, and we were talking about, have you ever seen those memes that say, before you get married, find out if his family is the kind of family that drinks mimosas on holiday mornings or runs 5Ks well? I have found the most excited people to be out in the cold about to run a 5K this morning.
And one question we've gotten a lot is, why doesn't the news post the recovery rates? Why are you just posting the amount of cases and the amount of deaths? And we want to be extremely transparent with you. That's because that's the only numbers we're getting. So all of our information we get from the Indiana State Department of Health. And right now they don't have the recovery numbers. So that's what we're going to try to do right now. If you're watching at home, it's a Sunday morning. We're going to try to put a smile on your face amid all of this uncertainty, all of these unknowns, by things that we're seeing from you guys on social media. So this is a pretty good meme. I love this. Who remembers places? A foreign concept now. Oftentimes, the relationship between an animal and a homeless person is the strongest bond they have in their life. They might not have family or consistent relationships, but they have their pet, and that's their whole world. So the Street Outreach Animal Response Initiative has made it their priority to take care of those animals. I went out with them last week, and here's a look at how they help these animals.
The first place we're going is at a homeless camp. We're here to see Caesar, the pit bull, and update his vaccines and give him some dog food.
Come on, it's okay, puppy.
Is he nice?
Oh yeah, he's a big baby.
So when you put it on him, you can pull the leash through this.
Okay, why don't we go and do that now so he's warm.
Has Caesar ever had issues with vaccines before that you know of?
No, I've only had him once a week.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's a good boy. I'm just giving him his rabies shot.
Chill out, buddy. It's okay. I'm sorry.
There we go.
All done.
Right.
Good
Good
boy.
job.
Nice shot.
We got one more shot.
Nice shot.
I'm already attached to him. I need a support animal. I want a good buddy. I also need a guard dog, too.
He really needed Caesar to be a companion and a friend. Someone he can talk to and rely on and isn't judgmental and is always there for him. So it kind of helps him have a reason to keep going and to try to get the help that he needs. So
is this part of it, just trying to get to folks?
Oh yeah, finding folks is a tough one. It's like over the river, through the woods, turn left at the blue flag, and you got to kind of follow clues. Outreach! Outreach! There's treats here. We can see that there's dog food and a dog bowl that's been created there in the dog print. I don't know where she is, but we do see signs of animals, so we'll be back. So we are at IACS, which is Indianapolis Animal Care and Control. We are here to pick up 2 pets. They belong to a client that we work with out at I-70, which was a trailer park that was recently closed for good, and they did ask people to leave. And this gentleman, The Attorney General helped him get his trailer, but they're having difficulty moving it, and so he still has no place to live. And so his pets have been here at the shelter, but they're kind of running out of time, and so we're going to help by fostering those pets for him until he has a place to live.
What would you say to someone who would say, you know, if you really cared about these animals, you would find them a warm, loving home with a traditional household?
I would say once you start to meet these people and work with them, you'll probably change that mindset. They take just as good care of their pets as house people do. A lot of times people will give their own food or blankets to their pet and then go hungry or be cold because they want to make sure their pet's taken care of.
This was just an eye-opening experience. My photographer for that was Steve Rhodes, who does a great job when he's filming anything, but just incredibly eye-opening. And I think something that I took away from it is it's really easy to judge when you're walking down the street and you see someone who's experiencing homelessness and they have a pet. Your heart might go out more to that pet, just judging that situation, when in reality that pet is probably what that person might be living for at that time, or why they might want to get into mental health rehab or addiction rehab or recovery. So what they do is they help the pets. The veterinarian vaccinates and takes care of them, but in turn that's helping the person.
It's almost like the pet's the way in here
right.
to this group, because you say they also provide things to these people.
Yeah, they take gloves, they take coats, you can donate tents, anything like that to help these people as well.
All right, great story,
Yeah,
Meredith. Thanks for sharing that.
We appreciate it. All right, let's talk.
Okay, so I'm at the Carmel Fire Department. We're checking out their new thermal imaging cameras. They're one of the first fire departments in the state to equip every single firefighter on duty with one of these cameras. Today we're going to test those out to see how they work.
I'll help you get geared up. So you
Okay,
just
take my shoes
yep.
off, probably.
No heels in the firehouse. The handles are right here, so you just
Okay,
yep.
oh, perfect. Just my size.
I'll pull this up.
Ooh, nice and snug. You supposed to do this every time you leave?
Mm-hmm.
How fast they can do it?
Yeah.
In under a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like Ralphie from
Christmas Story.
From A Christmas Story.
So now you're set. So we've had, thermal imaging cameras for a long time in the fire service. Normally just the officer carries one. What's nice about having these now is they're small. We can hook them to our packs, and everybody on the fire ground is going to have the capability of using these.
Okay, I'm geared up. I've got my thermal imaging camera. We're going to go inside this simulated fire and smoke area and see what we see.
Okay, so we're going to slide back. This is an idea of the visibility you have when you walk in a fire. So you just saw they're probably opening up the doors now. Okay. Doing good, firefighters.
Yeah, you can. That's the only way. They're, what, a foot in front of me and I can't see them. But with this camera, it's almost like watching a black and white movie.
There's several firefighters in, all doing their job, so lots of different noises. You're hearing them. 4 stores, you're hearing the hoses going off, you're hearing guys search.
Yeah.
There's a lot of communication that's going to have to be going on between the firefighters in each of the rooms, plus over the radio. And so just having a tool like this, and like I said, if ever there's a collapse or a catastrophic something that happens, you get separated from your group, this is going to be a great way for you to be able to, either help find your way out, also help keep your eye on something, and then also, if you're able to look and searching for a body or a victim, this is a good way if you're searching for somebody to be able to, just have a better visibility of them.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us here in the fire service, or all of us, that's our number one job, is keeping the citizens safe and our firefighters safe. And so anytime we can equip them with better tools to do that, we're all better off for it. Watch your step there, Graves. There's a Graves up.
Wow, oh my goodness. That was intense. I didn't realize the visibility was nothing, essentially.
Yeah, when you're in a fire, that's a lot of times what your visibility is going to be. And so, like I said, that's why every day we're having to train to do this. And then you add tools in, such as the thermal imaging camera, and having everyone have that capability, it just helps keep us safer and the citizens. And that's, at the end of the day, what we're here to do.
Yes, I did, and I gained a little insight. If you look closely at the sidelines during a Franklin College football game, you might spot the team's secret weapon. It's not a player or a secret route. It's Emery, a volunteer assistant coach.
What's up, buds? I'm Emery Himes. I'm coach here. Let's go! Best game all day. Let's go!
It was an easy decision to have him join our staff, and it's just developed into something really special for both our players and our coaches.
He just brings a lot of energy, and he's a lot of fun to be around. He's always asking us all how our day was.
He's a high fiver. He says, "What's up, bro?" to everybody that he meets. I'm 37 years older than him, and he calls me bro. It's just a unique relationship that we all have with him.
What's up, bud?
What do you say to the players? players?
I just get out there, win, go at it, play hard, work hard.
Every time he shows up to practice or games, he's got a smile on his face. He doesn't care about what's going on in the day, whether we're winning or losing.
I'll run off the sideline and be, hey, good job, man. I'll give him a high five or knuckles or even like dap him up and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. He either fires us up or he, you know, if it's a rough day and I look over and he's just dancing to his own music and he's cheering us up.
Let's go!
Who do you think gets more out of the relationship? Emery from hanging with you guys, or y'all from hanging with him?
I think that's easy to win. I think we all get much more out of it.
Definitely us. He's so positive all the time.
Working on those six-pack abs, right? Yeah. I want to be like him in many regards. He's upbeat, he's positive, great attitude all the time.
You're the superstar, right?
Yeah, man.
Well, there's definitely a lot of love on that football field. One thing that I thought was really cool is I texted the head coach because I needed some pictures of Emery, and the amount of pictures he sent back. Emery is a part of all of their lives. He had pictures with Emery and the Colts GM, Chris Ballard. I mean, this kid is part of all of their lives, which I think is really cool.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
We are hosting the first ever Guilford 500 at the Forest Hills Motor Speedway. The event is a 15-lap tricycle race.
I have to say, I don't think any of us properly trained.
By 6 highly trained tricycle bike riders.
I'm uncomfortable.
We have not practiced a single lap.
Ladies and gentlemen, mount your tricycles.
Sarah, do you think you have a chance of beating your dad? I do.
The parade lap has started.
The strategy of our team is to finish, and as long as we can get that done, I think we're going to beat this guy here. The females have to ride at least 5 laps. The determination of when you stop in pit row is up to you. Any repairs, of course, are always determined by the teams themselves. So from here is really proving a struggle for all teams.
The brake lap was necessitated by the field underestimating the intensity of the vehicles. We didn't really take into account the ambient temperature. I personally did not want to take a break, but all the young people did.
This is the most I've moved in weeks.
Beating my dad is a win in my book.
Go!
Sarah's beating you.
And why did you feel necessary to bring that up?